Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, it's me Ivan, and today I'll be showing you the craziest watch I've ever had the chance to play around with. This monstrosity right here is a Citizen Promaster Professional Diver 100 meters, and it's so ugly that I actually think it's pretty, which I know it doesn't make sense at all, but I'm sure most of you will understand what I mean by the end of this video. This watch has been sent to me for a review by relojeriaesparza.com. They are an authorized dealer of Casio, Seiko and Citizen. They're based in Spain, but they do ship internationally. In addition, if you contact them prior to purchasing and tell them I sent you, they'll give you a price that not many ADs will be able to match. You can find their info in the description of this video. As always, the first thing I want us to talk about are the dimensions. And let me tell you guys, this watch is not big. I mean, my Seiko Marine Master 300 is a big watch. This one is huge, and next to it, the Marine Master 300 looks like a children's watch. Even my G-Shock GWG 1000 is smaller in comparison to this behemoth. That being said, the case diameter is close to 53 millimeters. And since we've got an integrated straps design, the lug-to-lug is also 53mm. Then here's the thickness, which in my opinion is even more striking. It's 22mm, and believe me, that's quite a lot of height to have on the top of your wrist, as you'll see in just a moment. Next is the space between the lugs, 29mm. And finally guys, on this rubber band, this whole thing weighs only 180 grams. And not half a kilo, thanks to the titanium construction. Here is what the watch looks like on my 17 centimeters or 6.7 inch wrist, and I am speechless. Guys, this thing is just insane. You know how I always talk about how much I love watches with a lot of wrist presence? Well, this Citizen plays in a totally different league, and I literally feel like I've strapped a hockey puck on my wrist. Surprisingly though, despite its massive dimensions, it feels wearable, and while it doesn't provide the same level of comfort as something more mainstream, I wouldn't say it's uncomfortable. You simply feel its weight and its dimensions. That's all. The strap looks and feels like it's capable of resisting the 5 elements of matter, and you know what? It probably is. It's very thick and as a result also a bit stiff. It is possible to replace it, but you'll need to buy some adapters, which are not cheap, and there are also some third-party titanium bracelets that you can buy for this watch, and they look brutal, but again, it's something that's going to cost you quite a bit as well. When it comes to the build quality, this watch is a 10 out of 10. It's made of Citizen Super Titanium, and what this means is that the titanium has been hardened through Citizen's proprietary hardening technology called Duratech. Honestly, I'm super impressed with the build quality and the finishing of this watch, and I definitely recommend you check it out in person, even if it's simply out of curiosity. In addition guys, the watch features an extremely thick air-coated domed sapphire crystal and a lockable rotating bezel, which I'll show you how it works in a moment. On the left side of the case, you'll find the helium escape valve, because obviously this is a saturation-capable diver of 1000 meters. On the other side of the case, at the 4 o'clock position, you got the screw-in crown, which is huge as well, as it has a diameter of 9mm. And finally, this is what the case back looks like. Now let me show you that bezel action I just mentioned. The bezel has a ton of grip, but to be able to use it, you need to turn the lock ring to the left. Just follow the arrows. Once you've unlocked the bezel, you can start turning it. It's unidirectional, it has 120 clicks, and the action is very tactile and very precise, as you can see and hear. There is no backplay at all, and it lines up perfectly. It's definitely one of the best bezel actions I've tried so far. Next, here's a much closer look of the dial. Guys, everything you see here has been done with the idea of contributing to the overall legibility. The handset and the indices are huge, and so are the markings of the minute track. The minute hand and the second hand as well are painted in orange for the very same reason, and I really like how they stand out against the black dial. Finally, at 9 o'clock there is a power reserve indicator, which also adds a bit of color. My only complaint here is that the date window, I just don't think anyone would care about it in a watch like this. And I also don't like that the size of the 3 o'clock index has been sacrificed in favor of it. And yes everyone, I'm well aware Citizen had no choice here due to the ISO 6425 standards. Speaking of ISO dive watch standards, one of the requirements a watch must meet is that in complete darkness it remains clearly legible from a distance of 25 centimeters. As you can see, this Citizen excels in this department. The lume is incredibly bright and long-lasting. In fact, it's about as good as the lume on my Seiko Marine Master SOA 023. Moving on to the movement, for this Promaster, Citizen have chosen to use their well-known Eco-Drive solar-powered caliber J210, which has an outstanding accuracy of plus-minus 15 seconds a month. In addition, on a full charge, the watch should be able to run for 18 months, which is quite impressive as well. As you can imagine, setting up the time and the date is extremely easy thanks to the oversized crown, which unscrews and screws in right away. Finally guys, a fun fact. When Citizen announced this model at Basel Worlds in 2017, it was the first solar-powered dive watch with a certified ISO 1000 meters water resistance. Alright, it's time for my final words. In my opinion, the Citizen Promaster 1000 meters is an exceptionally made piece that's definitely not for everybody. I see it as a showcase of what Citizen are capable of doing, and to be honest, I'm very impressed. However, I'm well aware that most people will disagree, and I understand why. I mean, paying €1700 for a huge chunk of titanium that only looks good when worn with a dive suit is quite difficult to justify, isn't it? But hey, we're all different and we like different things, so please let me know what you think about this beast of a watch in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and for those of you who are new, consider subscribing so that you don't miss my future uploads. Now, if you want to see some more Citizen watches, check out the video that appears on the left side of the screen. These are the two that I currently own in my collection. Once again, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.